Clerk will call the roll. All those present will record their vote aye. Clerk will close the roll.
You have a quorum, Mr. President. Senate Journal for Thursday, January 10th, 2019.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Senator from Hampton, Senator Locke, moves that the reading of the journal be waived. All in favor of waiving the reading of the journal will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 33, noes 3.
Ayes 33, noes 3. The reading of the journal is waived. Clerk, report any communication from the House of Delegates.
We do not have any, sir.
Clerk, report any communication from the governor.
We do not have any, sir.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Now comes the time we welcome our guests here in the Senate gallery in the morning hour. I would remind everyone that the way this will proceed is that a senator will recognize an individual or a group. I will then extend the warm welcome of the Senate, and then we will all clap together at the end. We'll begin by recognizing the senator from Rockingham, Senator Obenshain.
Mr. President, first, before an introduction, I would like to ask that the journal reflect a leave of absence for my seatmates, the senator from Loudoun and the senator from Fauquier, both of whom are away from the Capitol on pressing personal business.
Thank the senator. Without objection, the journal will so reflect. Senator, has the floor.
Second, Mr. President, in the gallery is a group I would like to draw to the attention of the members. It is the Valor Group, which is the Virginia Agricultural Leaders Organizing or Obtaining Results group connected with Virginia Tech. It is a program that is designed to develop leaders who can effectively engage all segments of the Virginia agricultural community in order to create collaborative solutions and promote agriculture inside and outside of industry. The group today here joining us in the Capitol is led by Megan Seibel. And one of the members in particular of the group that I would like to draw to your attention is the husband of my legislative aide, Mike Auger. So I would respectfully request, Mr. President, that you extend the warm welcome of the Senate to this entire group.
I thank the senator. Would Megan Seibel, Mike Auger, and our friends from Valor, Virginia Tech, please rise in the gallery if you are able. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. Thank you for your leadership in such a critical industry here for the Commonwealth of Virginia. Agriculture and forestry obviously are the #1 industry at $92 billion a year in the Commonwealth, and you are helping to continue that great tradition. And so we're grateful for your work. Thank you both to Megan and to Mike. Thank you for your wife's great leadership and working with the senator from Rockingham, who I know is greatly appreciative of all that she does. And I echo the generous and kind words of our senator from Rockingham, and you all are welcome back here anytime. I would ask everyone to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to our friends from Valor and Virginia Tech. Senator from Spotsylvania, Senator Reeves.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for an introduction.
I thank the senator. You have the floor.
Mr. President, in the gallery this morning we have a very special visitor who doesn't get to do it very often, but he is the eldest son of my seatmate, Ethan Sturdivant, and I found out, talking with him briefly this morning, that he will be a future page, so he's already kind of suited up that way. But the other thing is, I think the Senate might have a better basketball player than his dad. So he also plays soccer and is involved in a bunch of other things, but I would ask that you give the warm welcome to Mr. Ethan Sturdivant.
I thank the senator. Would Ethan Sturdivant please rise to the gallery? Ethan, thank you so much for joining us here today. We echo the generous words of the senator from Spotsylvania, Senator Reeves. We are so grateful to you and to your great family for all you do to support your wonderful dad, Senator Sturdivant. I heard you're going to be a future page, but I saw you sitting in your dad's seat. I think you're going to be a future senator, and you're going to do a great job, and we're very proud of you. Keep up the great work, and I'd ask everybody please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to Ethan Sturdivant. and you're taking your dad's place on our basketball team this year, so just so you know. The senator from Henrico, Senator Donovan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for the purpose of an introduction.
Thank the senator. You have the floor.
I would like to extend an extremely gracious welcome to Reverend Dr. Erin Reibel, who gave our blessing this morning. She's from St. Andrew's United Methodist Church here in Henrico, and she's accompanied by her husband, Raymond Reibel, and her children, Austin and Lucy, which are 2 of her 4. So we're so grateful for her starting us off on the right foot.
Thank the senator. Would Reverend Dr. Erin Reibel, Raymond, Austin, and Lucy Reibel please rise in the gallery? Thank you all so much for joining us here today. Dr. Reibel, thank you for that beautiful prayer. It really did, as the senator said, get us off on the right foot and in the right frame of mind, and we are grateful for your moral leadership here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. We're grateful to your family for all that they do to support your work. I know you have 2 others, Grace and James, who are not here with us today, but please give them our warmest welcome as well. And so I would ask everybody to please join me in extending the warmest welcome of the Senate to the wonderful Reibel family. Senator from King George, Senator Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask the Journal to reflect that my seatmate, the senior senator from Virginia Beach, is away from the Capitol on pressing personal business.
Thank the senator. Without objection, the Journal will so reflect. Senator from Fairfax City, Senator Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Rise for an announcement.
Thank the senator. You have the floor.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, it actually just cued my mind when you referenced Senator Sturtevant's son. We do have basketball practice next Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the VCU gym. We will be obviously reorganizing for the game against the other body. So if you want to play, please bring your shoes and protective eyewear, Senator Mason. And we'll see you out there 7 p.m. next Tuesday. Thanks.
Thank the senator. Is there any other business to come in the morning hour? Seeing none, resolutions, petitions, and bills are in order. Is there any other business to come in the morning hour? Seeing none, the clerk will call the calendar.
Senate calendar for Friday, January 11th, 2019. Regular calendar, Senate bills on 3rd reading. Senate Bill 208, a bill relating to impact fees for residential development.
Senator from King George, Senator Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd ask that bill go by for the day.
Without objection, Senate Bill 208 will go by for the day.
Senate Bill 944, a bill relating to cash proffers impact fees.
Senator from King George, Senator Stewart.
Thank you, Mr. President. And again, I'd ask that bill go by for the day.
Without objection, Senate Bill 944 will go by for the day.
Uncontested calendar, Senate bills on 1st reading.
Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I respectfully move that all the Senate bills on the 1st reading, including all bills on pages 2 through 4, which would include Senate Bill 1215 through Senate Bill 1358, that the rules of the Senate be suspended and that the first constitutional reading of the titles be dispensed with in the block.
I thank the senator. The question is, shall the rules be suspended and the first reading of the titles of Senate bills on the uncontested and regular calendars, pages 2 through 4, Senate Bill 1215 through Senate Bill 1358, be dispensed with? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote? Clerk, close the roll.
Ayes 35, noes 0.
Ayes 35, noes 0. The reading of the titles is dispensed with. Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I now respectfully ask that all the bills be passed by for the day, sir.
Thank the senator. Question is, shall the Senate bills on the uncontested and regular calendars now on 2nd reading be passed by for the day? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bills will go by for the day.
Regular calendar, Senate Joint Resolutions on 1st reading. Senate Joint Resolution 250, proposing an amendment to Section 1 of Article 5 of the Constitution of Virginia relating to executive power in the governor's term of office. Senate Joint Resolution 284, ratifying the Equal Rights Amendment to the Constitution of the United States.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Senator from James City County, Senator Norman.
Mr. President, inquiry the clerk. Does that complete today's vigorous calendar?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Senator. Is there any other business to come before the Senate? Senator from Hanover, Senator McDougal.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I rise for the purposes of two announcements.
Senator has the floor.
Mr. President, the first one is just want to draw all the members' attention to the first page of the calendar. There are some deadlines that expire at 5 o'clock today, and those are submission of budget amendments and the submission of any requests for draft, redraft, or corrections to legislative services for bills by 5 o'clock today. Remind the body that when we return on Monday, and we will be returning regardless of the weather on Monday to work, we will only have 40 days left to complete our task. So we are very short, and even though it might snow, we will not shut down.
Thank the Senator. Is there any other business to come before the Senate? Seeing none, the clerk will report any announcements on the desk.
The Committee for Courts of Justice will meet at 8 a.m. Senate Room A, Pocahontas. The Republican Caucus will meet at 11:30 a.m. Senate Room 2 in the Capitol. The Democratic Caucus will meet at 11:30 a.m. in Senate Room 1 in the Capitol. Weekend weather report. A storm system is moving across the Carolinas and will bring snowfall as early as Saturday and continuing well into Sunday. There may be accumulation of ice in some areas from the Piedmont I-95 corridor extending northeast Saturday night into Sunday morning. The heaviest impacts are expected to be in central Virginia, Piedmont, and the Northern Neck. Gusty winds are expected at 20 to 25 miles per hour inland, increasing to 30 to 40 miles per hour towards the coast. Forecasted snow accumulation range from 2 to 6 inches in parts of central Virginia and the Northern Neck, but we will be here Monday working.
Thank you so much, Madam Clerk. Senator from Bedford, Senator Newman.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate do now adjourn until 12 noon Monday.
Thank the Senator. Question is, shall the Senate adjourn until 12 noon on Monday? All in favor of the motion will say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is agreed to. The Senate stands adjourned until 12 noon on Monday.